Archangels, ghosts, and Bigfoot. Oh my. It's just another night for Supernatural Girls. Real stories, real answers to life's biggest supernatural mysteries. And now for another exciting interview with paranormal experts from this world and others. Here's your host, paranormal researcher Patricia Baker, on the one, the only Supernatural Girls.
Welcome, everyone, to another exciting episode of Supernatural Girls. I'm your host, Patricia Baker. I'm here with my co-host all the way from Tucson, Miss PK. How are you?
I'm doing fine. A little scorched, but okay.
Ooh.
It has been nasty. That's all I could say. But we had rain the other day, not at my house, 3 blocks up the street. My friend's rain at her house, but not a drop here. I thought I couldn't believe it. But
now, and what's your temperature out there?
Hot and hotter. It is hell without the devil.
Wow. Mm-hmm. And last night, as I was telling you, here it was 50 degrees, 50. That Incredible. Was after like 5 days of in the 90s, and I thought I would just melt. I don't know how you do it up in the 100, 110, 115.
I keep thinking it's a sauna.
It is.
And I'm going to look gorgeous when it ends. It never worked that way, but it's my thought. I'm going to keep going that direction just in case.
You should. Yeah. Yes. You must report back on that. Absolutely.
Yeah. If I come shriveled, you'll know what happened. It worked.
I know, really.
I tell you.
Oh, God. Well, you know, we have the best guest ever tonight who we love so much.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Lon Milo DuQuette. We call him the master. We love him because
he is marvelous.
Marvelous. Smart, funny. He makes us laugh like crazy.
I know it, which is nice.
I know. Our audience that hasn't met him yet on KGRA is going to fall in love with him, too.
That's right. Not a doubt in my mind.
Me neither.
And this is also a time when things are starting to change a little bit. Not all big changes, but, have you thought about something? I was going through some things today. A lot of our life keeps repeating itself. And when things happen in multiple times, you want to know, does it get your attention? Are you really paying attention to what's going on around you?
Yes.
And I started looking at this and I thought the good or bad are showing us lessons that we need to relearn or learn, at the very least pay attention to. And our intuition guides us towards lessons that we need to learn, not want to learn, but need to learn.
Big difference.
So I was looking at some of that. And I thought, if you experience rejections in your life and you're feeling that people don't support you, this is to teach you that responding differently is going to be very important. So I keep thinking lessons that are said to us are to learn to love ourselves first. Mm-hmm. Because if we don't love ourselves, why should anybody else? Self-love is very, very important. And I thought about that and I'm thinking nothing in life is worth staying in a relationship that keeps you from loving yourself.
So
because if you can't love yourself as well as, quote, that other person, run, don't walk to the nearest exit. Agreed. Remember, your intuition is a gift. We always get that gut feel before or during. And sometimes we keep passing it off like, that's not real. Yes, it is.
It is. Very real. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And this is the end of our 5 months, just about a couple more days left in it. And the month is all about major changes. So let's make changes in attitude and gratitude for what's going on.
Sounds like a plan. Yes.
Yeah.
There's so many changes and so many things being revealed. And it's been a lot of, like you said, a lot of change.
Mm-hmm. Yes. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yes.
I thought that was just a Western.
Yeah, I know, really. Well, we have this court case going on here in Massachusetts.
Oh.
And it's if you guys don't know about it, I'll tell you what, I have no doubt it'll be a Netflix series. But this police officer was killed, and it looks as if they have put the blame on his girlfriend.
Oh, how neat.
Been through court with all this today with closing arguments, and I'll tell you what, it looks obvious to me that the girlfriend didn't do it. So we're going to see what happens, but it is a very compelling case, and it's been addressing a lot of the concerns that we've had in Massachusetts about corruption. So you talked about revelations, things light. You've been talking about that for a while, and the numbers, and all of this stuff has come to light about certain families involved in this, police officers involved in this.
Oh my.
And I have to tell you that defense attorney that this lady's been working with is probably the best defense attorney I've ever seen in action.
Oh my.
It's like watching Perry Mason or something for real, from back in our day. But if you look it up on any YouTube or TikTok, you'll see.
Yeah, I will.
Been just an amazing, amazing thing. And I really hope they find her not guilty, because it appears obvious to me, but I'm watching from the outside, so we'll see. Yeah. But there's a lot of very interesting parts of this case. And anyway, so that's what I've been watching. Is that?
There's been a lot of bizarre situations in relationships this year, and it is a year of major changes that also deal with the sexuality, sensuality, and all that good stuff. And think of some of the things that have been happening, everything from the people that have been murdered and brutalized along the way with our friendly drop-ins.
Yeah.
God. There's just so much going on. It's just incredible.
It is.
It's like being in a bad B movie.
Very bad.
Mm-hmm.
Very bad. Yes. But tonight we get to keep all of that, because we have the most magnificent guest in the world, Lon Milo DuQuette. We've known him a long time.
Yes, and he's special because
he is
interesting always, to the nth degree.
And brilliant. I mean, a writer, 19 books. 19. That's incredible.
He's fabulous.
He's a deputy grand marshal. There he is. Look at that.
Hello, Lon.
He's a professional singer also.
I didn't know that.
Yes, indeed. He is a man of talents. Yes. But these books are incredible. Now, he's also taken up screenwriting, and he is involved now with a couple of scripts, actually. So I highly recommend him to Hollywood, because Lon is the real deal, and he's also the most entertaining person. When I was a kid, I was very much enthralled with the occult, and I read all these books, and I couldn't understand any of it. There's my favorite book, My Life with the Spirits.
Right.
But you know what? Lon makes it all easy to understand. He's just got that way about him. And that's why we love him. We love him for so many reasons, but let's bring him on the show. Okay. There he is. Hi, Lon. Welcome.
Well, good to see you guys again.
It's a delight for us.
For you,
It's 99 degrees here.
Ooh.
That's too hot. It's just too hot.
I know. you can't get cool, so you got to be cool.
That's right.
Like that.
Yeah, and you are. Fun. Yes.
I was only joking. Jeez.
No, it's true. It's absolutely true. And again, you're involved in another writing project, I hear, and you have all these books, 19 books already out. What's the next one?
Yeah, you'd think that I'd be rich.
Yeah. Yes. You mean you're not?
Well, esoteric kind of books, as you well know, aren't really blockbuster, bestseller, New York Times type bestsellers. So I'm really lucky that, I've been writing since 1988 or something like that. I'm lucky that most of my stuff's still in print and still sells, but the market's relatively small, and that's why I'm kind of excited about the screen project.
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
Because that would be something where the audience is a bit broader,
Mm-hmm.
and but it's something new. I've only written 2 nonfictions or 2 novels, okay, and one of them, which is called Aleister Crowley, Revolt of the Magicians.
I love that.
Is sort of a fun look at a historical event, true, with characters that are pretty recognizable literary characters, like Bram Stoker, the author of Dracula, and William Butler Yeats, the great Irish poet, and characters who were involved in the extremely colorful, dramatic, and magical events surrounding this magical order, a secret magical order in London. It started in London, that called the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. Okay, not to be confused with the Greek fascist movement. But it was sort of like a Rosicrucian magic Freemasons mixed with all of this wonderful Hermetic and alchemy stuff, and ceremonial magic, and it was secret, but it drew the cream of the crop of literary intelligentsia, military leaders, political leaders, and everything else. Freemasonry has always been big in Great Britain, and this was like that. Only also it had a deep occult magical dimension to it also. And into this is thrown at a very young age the young Aleister Crowley. And as a matter of fact, that's probably the working title for the film project. It is now. The young Aleister Crowley, who was a wild and crazy kid, sort of an independently wealthy. He was the heir to a brewing industry kind of thing, but he was fabulous. He was a genius, and he was a fabulous poet, and he was a wild and enthusiastic mountain climber. He set and held all sorts of Himalayan mountain climbing records and things like that.
Amazing.
And he was a chess master, and but he was a very personally experimental and liberated character, much along the lines of Oscar Wilde. So he was more, I guess we'd say, sexually adventurous and liberated than most of the members of the of this Golden Dawn were prepared for.
Definitely a free spirit, huh?
It sounds like it's going to be a great movie. I'm telling you what, that's great. Yeah.
So he joined. They took him in because he was such a brilliant genius. He sort of digested their magic stuff, and he was a really serious and passionate. He wanted to actually not just study this stuff. He wanted to use it, because his main goal that he set out early in life was to gain complete enlightenment. Okay, he wasn't going to be satisfied till he was every inch of Buddha himself. Okay,
a great goal.
Yeah. And so we sort of fictionalized and in a sense turned the real historic events, which were interesting enough on their own, sort of into a fairy tale version of it.
Mm-hmm.
And as we know, fairy tales are easily digestible stories that often have incredibly deep and profound inner meanings.
For sure.
Yeah, and so that's what we're trying to do with this. And we wrote a book that has a beginning and middle and an end, and right now we're converting that into a six-part episodic.
It's perfect. It's let's face it, there's been a lot of things in the world of the supernatural that have been very overdone. Vampires and werewolves and all of these other things. But, the occult comes and goes in a very mysterious way in our media. But there's not been anything like this.
Mm-hmm.
I think this would be the first of its kind and would really open the door to a lot of things on this topic. I just can't wait to see it on the screen, whether it's Netflix or Sony. I don't care who does it. It's
right. I agree.
Have to do this. And I have heard nothing but accolades from the other writers about you. So they're so impressed with, how you bring these characters to life. You breathe life into them. And so it's very exciting. So this is being shopped around right now, PK.
Oh, wonderful.
Production companies, yes, and producers. So we will have news, I hope, very soon about this moving ahead.
Really looking forward to that.
Yes. Yes.
Well, like everything else in my life, it's a project that I have to be drug kicking and screaming.
I don't want to do this.
I'm the laziest man in the world.
Oh, I don't think that'd be the case.
Oh yes, I truly.
You're selective. That's what you are. You're just selective.
The book that you mentioned earlier, My Life with the Spirits, and I think it was around that book many years ago. Okay, that you and I first
was around that book. Yes.
Yeah. And as a matter of fact, it's an audio book.
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up because it is available in audio, as many of your books are. So that if people prefer to listen, they can get it on Amazon. And again, my favorite is My Life with the Spirit, because I remember before I met you, I read this book and I came to the part about the cinnamon oil that got in your eye. And I was reading in bed and my husband is asleep and I am laughing so hard. I can't stop laughing. I almost fell out of bed. I was laughing so hard. And he's like, what? What is so funny? And I'm like, this book is fantastic. It's fabulous. So everybody, this is my favorite book, in case you don't know. And you've got to get it. You've got to get either the book or the audio book because
definitely
it's fabulous. Yes. But that did me in, that scene, that whole scene.
Oh, I'd like to see that as a movie someday too.
Yes. It's great. So. But you are an expert in all of this. So to get back to the seriousness of the subject, and I'm sure you heard me talking before you came on, that when I was a kid, I was really fascinated by the occult, but I couldn't grasp the concepts. They all seem so deeply mysterious and hidden in symbolism. And so I couldn't figure anything out. And I was so disgusted with myself. I'm not stupid or something. I couldn't conceptualize any of this in a way that I could work with it. But you make it easy with all your books. You do.
Okay. Well, it's because I'm late. No, it's this isn't false modesty. Okay.
Okay.
But I am the laziest person in the world. I really ask my wife. Okay, she'll say, "You think he's joking?" But I'm drawn to the subject. Okay, it's I open up one of my books, the Enochian book or something, by saying the first thing we should ask is why magic? Why do you do this stuff?
Right.
And why are you drawn to all of this? The trappings of magic and the theory and the Kabbalistic stuff and the mathematics and the astrological. Why are you drawn to this? And if you don't have a good reason, you're just going to have to say, I'm drawn to it, in the same way that an artist is drawn to whatever art form they incorporate in their attempt to do something profoundly creative with the juice they got in them. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Somehow I gotta scream out there some kind of little truth of some kind, or otherwise, why am I just breathing air here? So you can't really ask an artist. And as far as I'm concerned, magic is an art. And every magician, if they're a magician, is an artist. By the same token, every artist, I don't care if you're a ballet dancer or a guitarist or a painter or a sculptor or a woodworker, every artist is a magician. What an artist
interesting concept
is magic. Okay. That's magic. You want to see what magic is? Just go to somebody who is creating a work of art, and you'll see a magician at work.
Wow, how interesting.
And so how stupid is it if you went up to Picasso, say, why do you paint? What do you do?
What do you paint? Yeah.
It'd be stupid. I mean, he'd poke you in the eye with his brush.
Right.
So the same thing with magic. Why do magic? Don't even ask me. If you're drawn to this art form, you're drawn to it for a reason, and you'd be sort of going against your own grain if you didn't at least set to work to explore the art form itself. And if you're lucky, you can explore that art form just enough to realize, how can I best express myself through this? And if you can't come to that point, then don't be a magician. Be attracted to something else. But there's something that attracts an artist to their particular field, and that's how I feel about magic. Once that's said, because I'm lazy, and because this is such a, if you've read magic books, we help produce that wonderful alchemical book. Remember a few years ago, that Opus Kabbalisticum Magicum Philosophicum thing. Great book.
All German, yes.
Important book. You read it, and it's what's this about?
Yeah.
And so I have to make it easy for myself. Okay, I kind of read through the whole thing, and then I need somebody to say, explain that to me. And even with the scraps of my pitiful, scratch the surface grasp of any subject, I try to explain it to them. And in my explanation, I'm explaining it to myself for the first time.
Oh my.
Interesting.
And once I do that, I go, wow, it's simpler than even I thought it was. I tell people I write all my books, or the beginning of all my books start by me starting up a conversation with the person next to me on the airplane. Well, what are you into? Well, and then I tell them, well, I'm going to Berlin and I'm going to talk about, oh, that's interesting. What's Qaballah? And then I try to explain it to them, knowing that they're just coming right, having no foundation whatsoever, except their own vocabulary of experiences and images.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to figure out what the limits of how deep I can go, and how I need to explain it from yet again another fundamental place, so that by the time we land, they
get it.
They get it enough as they need to understand, and if they want to go on and find out more, that's
curiosity.
Yeah.
So
that's quite a gift, Lon, for a lazy.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, it's truly. I open up one of my books by saying, "Dare to be lazy."
I represent that.
Yes. Dare to be lazy. I like it. Try that. I definitely am. And you've done so many exciting things in your life with this whole subject. I mean, I remember when you did the Enochian angelic reading. Was that in 2000 when you did that at midnight?
Yes, it was the eve of the next millennium or something.
Yes, it was amazing. You read the Enochian language to us.
Yeah,
rapt attention. That was great.
Yeah, that's that's a branch of magic I really like, because it deals directly with your own personal visions, not anybody else's visions. It's not a classic Kabbalistic thing. Well, you're now raising your consciousness to the plane of Yesod, and you should see an angel approaching you, in an orange robe, eating fish sticks with his toes.
I've seen him.
Yeah. Well,
how many drinks?
That could happen, but maybe my angel's not going to have the fish sticks with his toes.
Fingers only.
And so we're all hardwired in our own little way. And Enochian magic and those calls you're talking about are, in a sense, musical songs. Okay, you don't really sing them, but you know how your consciousness can be elevated by listening to maybe a song that was just so sentimental to your youth or something like that. I mean, I'm a real sucker. Okay, somebody can sing "Danny Boy."
Oh,
and my consciousness just goes somewhere else. Okay, not only am I crying at the beauty and the depth and the dimension, art like that has a direct effect on consciousness, on human consciousness. Going to the movies elevates your consciousness, takes you places. That was my church as a kid. I went to the theater twice a week.
Wow.
And it gave me everything religion should. Okay, there were gods, there were beautiful women, there was wars, and it taught me to be a human being, really. But those Enochian calls, and there's a specific number of them, that I sort of look at them as the school songs of a particular layer of frequency of consciousness. You could call that a heaven, if you would, because biblical people call it heavens, layers of heavens, and Jacob's ladder and stuff. And those particular layers of heaven are populated by little workers that work within that particular frequency of consciousness, and you could call them angels. Okay, and so those particular Enochian calls in that language, and it is a language. It's a real language. It's not a barbarous words. Linguists have studied it, and okay,
yes,
those particular calls are like the school song of that particular layer of angels. Okay. And those particular layers of angels exist in that frequency of consciousness, so that when you do that call, it's like the angels all around you, but that particular group of angels says, "Hey, that guy's singing our school song."
I love it.
And it'd be like they're walking past your house and you hear your school song being played. You go to the door.
Yes.
And say, how do you guys know our school song? You know, and when they come in, they bring that level of consciousness with them. And while they're there, responding to their call, bringing it's like they walk in Jello, surrounded by Jello. That is their level of consciousness, and for a while you're in that Jello too.
Oh my goodness!
And you can just relax. Just relax and sort of zone out for a while, and just see how your consciousness reacts to that level of consciousness. Visions take place.
Lon, did I have to ask you, because I refresh my memory, did you ever make a recording of that got out to the world? Because that was such a powerful, I'll never forget that. It was such a powerful experience.
Oh, I think I just did the 30th Aether, the call of the 30th Aether, which, I do it 4 or 5 times a year I'll do it right now if you want.
Why not? But I'm just asking because I'm thinking of, I'm all thinking this could be the next audiobook, because there is something, again, that I thought of it right away when we got on the air all together about that moment in time when you read this and as you were entering the new millennium. And it was just, there was something about it I just can't even put into words. It was remarkable. I was so grateful for you doing that reading and doing the calls, and I was grateful to be there. And I'm just thinking how many other people would really like to hear that in your voice, which is so resonant.
Definitely.
Yeah, don't you think it's a good idea?
Well, it might be.
I'm going to talk to some of my associates at the audiobook company to see if we can do something like that to make it available to people,
Sounds fabulous.
Yeah.
There's like 30 of those. And the thing is, it's not that long. There's 30 of them, but they're the same call with only one word changed. Between all 30 of them. So it's it would certainly be it'd be easy to do. Okay. Well, but it'd be pretty darn redundant.
But again, it's the experience, it's hearing the call, it's being in, like you said, they meet your energy and you just relax into it. And I think it'd be a great thing to offer to people who are looking for an experience experience like that with higher consciousness within themselves?
There is, okay, a record album, and it's an LP, okay. It's thick and it's white. It's just a gorgeous, it's a work of art in itself, by a British electronic sort of avant-garde band called Dieter Moore. And Dieter Moore was invited to an art exhibition at the October Galleries in London to do one of their electronic shows, their audio show. It's just two guys with machines and computers and stuff, and you sit there for 10 minutes or so and just get your mind blown by the sounds.
Wow,
amazing.
And they said, we want you to come to London and do all 30 of those Enochian calls against this music. Okay. And and I'm going, I don't want to, I'm so lazy. I don't want to do all 30 of them,
Shame on you. Shame on you.
Geez, take 30 minutes at least. And I said, but I tell you what I'll do, because there's only one word that's changed in all 30 of the of the calls. If you can get me there, I'll come to London, and I'll do the one call, the one that you heard on the New Year's Eve, and when it comes time for that one word, I'll just take it that far to that word, then I'll take it that far to the next word, and then I'll take it that far to the next word. And after I do all 30 of those, I'll complete the rest of the call. And they said, sure.
Go for it.
And I think you can actually probably find, because it was kind of a interesting exhibit in its own right, and I get up on stage in my suit. I was about 300 pounds at the time, so I dominated the stage, and I did it, and they named the whole album of their music where that appears as The Call.
I like it. It's simple, powerful.
Good.
There it is. Yep, the name.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Well, that's, what? I think it's time to revisit this. So I'll be back with you and see what we can do. Because, again, there was something about it that will never leave me. I'm eternally grateful to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think how many other people could benefit by hearing it. Something changed when I listened. Something transformed. And when you talk about art, that's what we're supposed to be doing, right? We're supposed to be transforming ourselves. We're the piece of art.
Right.
We should be transforming, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the idea? Is that what you said?
Absolutely. If not, what?
Yeah. And like you said, why am I here breathing air? What is this for? So that exaltation, that looking for that greater being within us, that the occult can help you to achieve, right?
Yes. And most any spiritual art form has the potential to do it.
Mm-hmm.
We just, we moved to Sacramento about 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of a traumatic move. We were in Costa Mesa.
Yes.
All of our lives. We've been married 57 years, and we've been there all that time. And so it was a painful move, and mostly Costa Mesa just priced us out of affordability. And with the pandemic and the lockdown, which happened at the same time, we had to discontinue our weekly magic class that we did in our home. That was just sort of open to anybody who wanted to come. They don't have to belong to any organization or order or anything. If they behaved themselves in the living room for 2 hours, come on in, and we never charged for it. We just put out a donation basket. We didn't do it, for money. We didn't do other things. We didn't need to do Monday night class for magic because we were busy not doing anything else for money either. But it was wonderful. Okay. And it was an organism in itself. Okay. I didn't run the class. Constance didn't run the class. The class ran itself. It was an organism in and of itself. Okay?
It was
I just rode the class like a mechanical bull. Okay? And
I can see that now.
And so we had to, at first we paused for the lockdown, and then came the complications of our move. And sadly, we'd been doing it since 1978. Okay, and for 2 years we did 2 nights a week, and those 2 nights for almost 3 years, 2 nights a week was Enochian. The subject was Enochian magic exclusively. But anyway, so when we got up here, we knew a few people, and there's wonderful people up here, and wonderful group of esoteric-minded people. But we haven't had a class or anything. We did a couple things in the backyard, but it gets so terribly hot, and we just didn't kind of feel comfortable enough to do it again. And last Monday, a week from last night, we said, let's announce a 4-week Enochian class, see if anyone comes. And so we had about 24 people signed up, and the last
that's terrific.
And the last 6 of them I had to say, you're going to have to be on standby because we just got a
line out the door.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So we
fabulous.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Good.
So last night we did the second class in the series, and it was a nice group. I think we had 13 or something like that, which is just about as much, because it was 100 degrees during the day.
Oh, wow.
It was
draining.
And so we're back doing that. Okay, which feels pretty good, because it requires us. It requires me to pull some pants on and brush.
Time to grow up, right?
at least one night a week,
Now, Lon, you also do tarot readings. You are a great tarot reader. Do you offer that to people still over Skype or?
Oh yeah, that's that's part of me not doing something for a living.
I can represent that.
You could call it tarot consultation, because I'm not a prophet. If they want a prophet or somebody to predict events, we can look at the cards together and they can figure it out.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
No, I like that term, consultation, and I just wanted people to know how to get a hold of you.
Yeah.
So, best way.
That's easy, and it's just I don't charge for the readings, okay, but I do charge for my time.
Good.
Okay, and it's and they usually They usually come on either Skype or the Facebook Messenger type thing, which is the easiest because most people start out as Facebook friends or Facebook followers.
Yeah, you have quite a following there. So let's see, Chanel, do we have the Facebook address for Lon so people can friend him and then get a hold of him if they want a consultation or join one of his classes, et cetera, because that would be important so people can know of you. I think
that would be nice.
Usually Facebook.com and then it's Lon Milo DuQuette.
DuQuette, yeah. And I got a fan page and a personal page. Just follow me on the personal page, okay? Because I'm too lazy to keep two things going.
Understood.
I represent that.
There you go, Lon Milo DuQuette on Facebook.
Okay. Yes, I think you're the only one. Yeah, because I want people to know how to find you, and also all of your books and audiobooks are available on Amazon. And we'll see about getting these Enochian calls out there for people as well. But one of the things I wanted to mention about you to our audience, and maybe we can talk about this a little bit. This show is so much shorter on KGRA. We're going to have to bring you back, Lon. I'm sorry, but
of course, that's even better, bringing you back.
You are one of the very few people, and I think you're the only person who is able to explain angels and how they vibrate. And you were talking about some kind of meetings you were doing with some friends and then working with angels. But the way you were talking about the vibration, it was just so different. I mean, than anything I'd ever heard before. And it made so much more sense too about angels and what they are actually doing and their important role in our reality and other realities. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. It all comes back to those frequencies of consciousness. Okay?
Yeah.
It's, if I was a mathematician, I could probably explain it in a very cold-blooded scientific way. But part of the beauty of the magic of the art form of magic is that you can take these cold physics realities, chemical realities, mathematical realities, and dress them up in beautiful wings and cool clothes and colorful auras and things like that, because they're that too. It's just as easy to think of them as those characters, because that's what they really are. Now, we've all seen the beautiful art images that are generated by injecting universal mathematical formulae that create these fractals.
Yes, yes.
And if we had a eternal camera, we could zoom in on those repeating patterns, all with little variations, but still repeating. We could go infinitely inward, and the fractals would still be fractalizing their gorgeous, swirly little like things, And then we could back the camera up, okay, and the fractals would continue to be doing their things. If we could ideally capture the entire picture of the biggest big and the smallest small of that fractal display, that would be the singularity of consciousness that is everyone's talking about as that's God.
Wow.
Is it like a kaleidoscope?
Oh, God, yes. Yes. And you know how when you look at a video of a kaleidoscope, it draws you in.
Right.
And at the same time, it's coming. Okay. That's the fractal thing. That would be the smooth point singularity of Godhead. And then if we could, and those are frequencies of consciousness going infinitely in and infinitely out. And the Kabbalists, there must have been a Kabbalist on mushrooms or something way back, and he got this, vision.
Fixed it for us.
that most everybody on mushrooms gets for at least 5 minutes, And he said, okay, each one of those curves is an arc of consciousness. It's an angel. It's a specific angel that is his tuning fork is attuned to that one specific level. And the Kabbalists said, oh, those are channels of intelligence. Okay. And that channel of intelligence right there knows absolutely everything there is to know about that channel of intelligence. It doesn't care about the bigger fractals, doesn't care about the little, but it knows absolutely everything about its own neighborhood. Okay.
It is so fabulous. Oh my God.
Oh, amazing.
So that, if you explain it kind of that way,
you can understand
it. Like, you just turn up the frequency there, or you turn down the frequency there, and deal with it that way.
Well, unfortunately, we are running out of time. But again, I want to encourage everybody. I know, because we're having so much fun. And we don't want to let you go, Lon, because we're having too much fun.
Well, I'm trying to invoke the great Archangel David Lynch.
Oh, I like that.
For our project.
We're going to put our prayers there for it. Absolutely. And for people who want to work with Lon and have a consult with him and buy his books, etc., Lon Milo DuQuette is on Facebook, so you can go there. And again, Amazon carries everything that Lon has written that I'm aware of, and they're all great books. I mean, here's some of them, just a few. They are all great books.
Definitely.
Qaballah, fabulous. And of course, I don't know if you guys know this yet, but you will now. Lon is an expert on Aleister Crowley. So he's one of the few in the world that really knows the story here. So these are some of his books, but not my favorite, My Life. Love it. I mean, really, guys, if you want to laugh out loud like I did, I mean, you got to get that book or audiobook. Nothing like it out there. It is the way to go. Definitely. But Lon, let's plan on bringing you back.
Oh, yes, please.
And we'll talk about whatever you want. It doesn't matter what we want because you.
Okay. I may have just now told you everything I know. So maybe.
Oh, no. I've got a feeling you've got a lot hidden that we don't know about yet.
We'll get more out of you.
I just might be empty.
Not yet. I can tell.
There's more in there. We're going to drag it out of you.
Okay.
All right, guys. I got to say,
it's great, Lon.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We'll be back next week with another great show. And until then, we'll see you on the Blue Highway. Good night.
Good night.